7-star Venom with a Thor Relic. That sounds like a nice combination. Of course it does. And what we've got for this particular video is a level 60 signature Awakened Venom and just playing about with some damage and how much we can push it to. We're talking 3 aptitude buffs at one given time, maybe even more with some of the passives that you get from the Thor Relic. The champion is equipped with the critical damage rating stat focus, and you can have any kind of stat focus to choose with this. I could have even had the special damage, but when you get into certain things, like, well, to be honest, if you go into things like Labyrinth for Legends, which we're going to be seeing footage of in a moment, it's kind of like not really important because you're kind of like, well, you can only do 50k and that's all you can do. Yeah, you could use that when it comes to Realm of Legends, which you can see some Realm of Legends content and seeing how much we can smash. The relic of choice, of course, has got to be the Thor Relic, just because you get that Asgardian Aptitudes add on, which is that the first time an indefinite Fury, Precision or Armor up are gained during the fight, while an aptitude buff is up, gain an indefinite aptitude passive increasing the potency of Fury, Armor and Precision by X amount. When all 3 aptitude passives are active, gain an indefinite intensity buff increasing the potency of future buffs by 14.2%. And the runes are Fury Potency as well as critical rating with Precision, and we got Ragnarok's Vigor. We got some Suicide Masteries on at the moment, and something to kind of mention is that just this champion does a lot of damage with the Suicide Mastery setup, but as well as part of the kit in general, does a great amount of damage when it comes to these buffs, buffing up the champion, making him super buffy. And we're talking like some really decent amount of Fury damage, especially with those aptitudes. And we've got a nice little synergy and team setup that is going to be beneficial for this, which is going to be having Carnage, Mr. Negative, Odin and Spider-Man 2099. The reason I've chosen this team is, first of all, Odin has that pre-fight to give himself give an aptitude to give Venom as standard. We've also got the Mr. Negative synergy, which allows the champion to get the regeneration buff, which is just to mitigate the damage that you get from recoil and kind of see if you can like top that buck up again, especially for long drawn out fights with Suicide Masteries. So that's a personal choice. That if you do whatever mastery you're going with whatever. We've also got Carnage in order to Venom and Carnage gain +1 to their maximum number of genetic memory or hypermutation buffs. We've also got a synergy with Spider-Man 2099. I couldn't think there for a moment. I couldn't think. In a heavy attack, you get another aptitude. So again, we're stacking the aptitudes there. There is a cooldown of 10 seconds. So all of this is all about amplifying buffs and mitigating damage that comes from the recoil damage you get from Suicide Masteries. So all that with it in mind, let's now roll some footage of Realm of Legends, and then we're going over to a little bit of Labyrinth of Legends Star-Lord fight. And here is indeed that footage. So first of all, we have got Winter Soldier fight to begin with. I would say like as soon as you get a good rhythm, and the reason I chose a relic with this one, and it's difficult times because I personally don't want to ever use relics, but I think the thing is with it is like if I don't showcase it, it's just something that extends the extent of damage, the potential that you can get with the champion, especially with having aptitude in as well. So that's really what the reason kind of like putting it in. I really begrudge kind of like working it, but I kind of feel like I'm obligated to do so. Any case, throwing SP2s, we now have 30 hits down, and that's like, well, that's below 50%. That's going into your 40%, 30% now. Just having that relic in is just kind of like allows me to just be aggressive as possible with the champion. And with this, the advantage with Labyrinth for Legends, the difficulty is I can do the like parry heavy without having an issue. Yes, I could launch the relic and then do a heavy attack, which is kind of the reason you kind of feel again obliged to put them in those relics and kind of utilize them. So that's kind of the annoying thing, because that stun that you get from the relic bypasses a lot of things like Limber and the Mark of the Abyss, which is just a little bit of annoying. Any case, moving on to the Captain Marvel fight, I'm just trying to get like a good rotation down, especially to maximize the aptitudes there. So the first one that's up at the moment is the pre-fight that one would get from Odin. The second thing would be trying to get doing the parry heavy in order to launch the aptitude. So my plan is to go past the SP2, do a parry heavy, and then launch. So parry heavy there. So we've got the aptitude. Then launch the SP2 to get the Fury buffs up and do a good chunk of damage. Then go into my relic damage and then try and be at another SP2 by that time, which I kind of got close to. I think got close to in the Labyrinth for Legends fight, but I just kind of find that this is just fantastic. It's a lot of. I really enjoyed kind of using this champion, and I think as well, annoyingly, I like the rotation of the relic usage a bit more. So what I've done now is I part way through joined us in the fight with Star-Lord. I do get hit, by the way, and I think I get some like input issues where the champion just stands still out of a special attack, which is just so weird. But you know, it's just the game at the moment. That's the game. I did go over 50k. We're going to see like an image in a minute on that. Good intercepts right there. And then we're going to try and just kind of like come back in again. Try and do the same thing. As I said, I think I got that wrong as to when I was trying. I threw a heavy attack there to get the Aptitude up. Then I went into the SP3. So I think I tried a different rotation there to see what the crack was. That's it. I ambled forward with no inputs. And it just kind of like ruined stuff. And that's the problem I think at the moment a lot of players are finding. Is like, either you get no inputs or some inputs. We got the regeneration up right there, which is good because it mitigates a lot of the damage that I would be receiving from the likes of recoil, or that poison that's still up there from liquid courage. So again, it's kind of like a debatable thing whether or not people would kind of do this without. I get hit again, which again, it's just there's some kind of like scuffy things at times, but apart from that, you know, this was kind of just fun. Like, it was fun to do this particular kind of setup. Good little quick intercept right there. And like we're up to 7 Furies, just ramping a load of damage right there, and just absolutely obliterating Star-Lord with this this setup of champions. But it's the thing, I think that relic is great when you're doing this particular kind of content to go parry heavy off the stun that you get from that relic. And yeah, just very nice and just a lot of fun. I think that's really it. There's nothing really more I can really say about this particular like setup except for, would I use this in any kind of like situation? I don't know. Like, again, this is I think this was quicker than my recent or coming up King Group video that I've got on this particular subject. I can't remember like my release schedule for stuff because, you know, I'm going away on a boat. So yeah, I'm not quite sure on it, but I want to say that was about 5-minute fight. This one in particular, different because it's a 4-minute 51. So it's kind of like, I'm actually, funny enough, it's around the same than when with King Groot in comparison. How strange with my 6-star version of King Groot with different relics. Interesting. Or was it Gamora? It might have been the Gamora fight recently. In any case, that was a lot of fun. I will throw it over to you in the comment section about your thoughts on that particular option. Do you run, you know, Venom with a relic? Is there a particular relic that you think is better than the Thor relic for this champion? Because I was thinking about the Gamora one, but I don't know with it. Thoughts in the comment section about that. That's been the video. I enjoyed it, and check out some other stuff located on screen right now, and I'll see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye bye.